On this ultimate self, on this destiny thing, right? Let me make sure I ask this correctly. All right. So how many different phases of self-growth do you guys think you've been through? So obviously we're trying to get closer to our true self, yeah? Okay, so I was thinking about this because this is crazy to me, yeah? So I look at how I look now, right? I'm like, damn, is this... So in terms of height and stuff,
This is my final form.
This is my... Yeah, is this...
Don't say it like it's such a bad thing, though.
Oh, she don't.
No.
Girls,
I get it.
No, she does.
You guys just don't get... That was a joke that I put out.
What is going on
Wait,
here?
do you get what I was saying?
She doesn't.
Are you saying about you? Your height? Oh.
It's a Dragon Ball Z reference.
Yeah, she don't know. She don't know. She don't know. I don't know.
I don't
what
watch
she's
Dragon
on.
Ball Z, but
You don't
Nah,
need
me
to.
neither.
Yeah, me
True
neither.
form, man. Come on, bro.
Okay. So
Anyways, yeah. Yeah, okay. So obviously trying to get closer to our ultimate self. How close to your final self, true self do you believe? Obviously it's unattainable, right? You're continually learning.
I hope you're
continually
always
growing.
growing.
Yeah, that's
You're
what
not
you'd ultimately
growing,
hope to
you're
be
dead.
doing. Yeah. Facts.
There you go. No. You're always growing, but then now you hit this zone where it's like, okay, this is who I want to be. If that makes sense.
and now it's more
I
development
like
and
that,
maintain.
yeah.
Okay.
Now it's about maintenance and development and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that's what it is,
Making sure you're optimal. Like, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but really, what I want to think, yeah. So how many different phases of? Because if I look back at high school, right, or even starting from primary school, I know when I've had phases of how my mind has thought, like my frame of mind has been. And then there's been a shift,
Yep.
right? And now I'm a new kind of person.
Okay.
There's been another shift, like I think in a different way, I move in a different way. Then there's another shift, right? So like I know during high school, I've probably changed my frame of thinking. Like, so I'd say maybe a 7 to 9, I had a certain, or 7 to 8, or even just a 7 only. There was a certain frame of how I thought.
Yeah.
Then it would change from like 8 to 10. Then there was another change. So I'd say probably during high school, like 3 times I've changed, or I've developed into a different kind of person, right? And then now I'm a different person again. You know, compared to how I was even fresh out of high school, bro. Ooh, different people there.
Yeah.
And then now we've grown even more.
Bro, I don't remember. Like sometimes I'm
How
like, I
you
can't
used to
believe
think?
I used to think this way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like when did the change happen?
Yeah,
the
like
transition,
yeah. Because
It's
I'm
wild.
like, did I really feel this way? Like, why did I say this stuff?
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
did I?
But like, it's crazy though.
With FB posts, like I see some stuff that I wrote like 4 or
Mara
5
has
years
one
ago.
hilarious one that every time you search her name on Facebook, it comes up. I don't know why.
Which
What
one?
is it?
I can't remember.
Serious?
Yeah, it's about you watching like Love and Hip Hop or something.
That's it right now.
Bro, Mawa.
I don't regret it.
Oh man,
Damn.
you had some bad.
I know. I
ones,
played in high school. I probably only had I shifted like twice.
Yeah. Now you've
Yeah.
been a weirdo. You've been so annoying. You've been annoying all the years I've known you, bro.
Wow.
The being
He's my guy. Why you've been
Bro.
annoying ever since, bro?
we'll talk about mindset. We'll talk about growing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else? Carry on.
That's what we'll talk about, yeah?
Yeah.
Where did annoying come from?
You're annoying.
No, I don't.
Because your
No.
personality shifts as well.
Yeah, that
No.
shifts.
You know, I've
personality
realized
moves.
Nah,
recently-
my personality, I don't know if my personality shifted. I feel like I've been
That's
like,
why I'm saying you've been annoying ever since.
I only recently have started feeling like I enjoy being alone sometimes.
Okay.
Like I've always been
Oh, bro, I
super
agree.
extroverted.
Really?
I
Yeah.
agree.
Like
I've liked both always, to be honest, bro.
no, see, I never liked being alone. I was like, oh, what a waste of time. I want to be around people. I want to be
Yeah.
all that. And like recently, I'm like, sometimes I like when I don't hang out.
Yeah.
I
like
love
just
it
hanging
now,
out with
bro.
myself.
Yeah.
And I used to always think like traveling alone is stupid. I was like, bro, how do you do that? Like 20 days by yourself? Like, I'd
yeah.
go crazy. Like, I'd hate to be with myself for 20 days. And now I'm like, recently, I'm like, I wouldn't mind doing
I
Europe
need that.
alone.
Need that, yeah. Who was it? One of the people we know just did America like alone, bro.
Like 5-10 people that I
So
know
many people
have
do it.
been in Europe this period. Like,
Maybe Europe is the real spot to do that.
you know why?
alone.
Because you can go to so many
Ah,
countries.
what? Yeah,
so
yeah.
quickly.
I think
And
if
then
you
new
want to push
language,
yourself
yeah.
and challenge yourself, I feel
I-
like you travel alone.
Just want to talk all over.
I know.
Bro, seriously, I was thinking, right?
Oh man.
Like when I was thinking, I didn't even know someone was talking, bro.
Wow.
Alright.
To be honest, I feel like I'd say there've been certain situations that I can recall that have definitely made me have to step back and kind of like reevaluate the way I see things, the way I see people.
Praise the Lord. Yeah. Carry
like
on.
yeah, the way I handle
That's so
certain.
petty, man.
I know.
Yeah, stop being petty, dog.
Oh man, maybe I need to
You
change
want to
that.
tell the people what you're talking about?
Nah, it's quiet. Carry on.
So petty.
Okay. But yeah, like certain ways that I handle situations, like with friends, having to like cut people off, and it's kind of like, okay, I used to think this way, and I was held back because of these people, but now that
Yeah.
let it go, I'm a different person. Like I can think differently, act
Yeah.
differently, that type of stuff. So I feel like for me, it's situations that have changed me, that have helped me enter like the new phase of my life, type of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you said. I can't remember what situations those were. I just know I've had changes.
Yeah.
I know right now I'm better off. Okay, that's another question I want to ask. How effective do you think your present self is, and your current state of thinking, your current state of mind is for where you are right now? How effective is that in terms of the moves you want to make, where you want to be, or even, how effective is your state of mind for where you are right now in life? I mean, it's a deep question.
Yeah,
This is a
damn.
deep one.
I think it's very effective.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, that's it. Period. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, you asked how effective. I said
Yeah.
effective.
No one knows what Carlos just said.
I don't know what I
Something
just.
effective.
Very
Something-
effective.
Might have to
something-
take away some of those bombs.
Uh,
I think I'm in a good space. I think I'm
Very effective.
like with where I want to go in life and all that kind of stuff. I'm like I think I'm in a transition phase at the moment as well.
Mm.
Like just with my priorities and
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
kind of stuff. But I think I'm effective for where I want to be.
Madewa?
It's hard. You never
is.
evaluate your effectiveness.
This is
Yeah.
what I want to go with this
Yeah.
conversation. But
I'm-
yeah.
Yeah, after you.
I feel like effective to a certain extent. There's still some things that like, I've got to tackle and try and, work on and figure out once again, just due to like certain situations that have occurred. And I feel like I never really like faced them head on. It was kind of like just
Right.
push them, brush them to the side. And it's like, I don't really need to explore that side of things like right now, but I feel like later on as an adult, there might be, situation like being a parent or something like that, where I need to kind of go back and dig deep and dig into, my life
Your
growing up
issues
with
and
my
stuff.
parents, and kind of resolve those to become a better parent or, become a better partner. That
Did you
type
guys
of
do
situation.
therapy? Like with
This is what I want to. This is what I'm talking about. This down. Thank you.
Like
This is
individual
what I'm going.
or like with someone else or
like as in with an actual psychologist or
As in,
what-
are you
which
Just
saying,
you-
are you
just
saying
you by
one on
yourself.
one, or are you
yeah,
saying
yeah,
like
yeah, like just sit down and talk to someone that's not a friend. Because sometimes I think it's kind of unfair. We burden our friends with our like issues
yeah.
when it's like they don't actually know how to properly respond.
100%.
Sometimes they're biased as well.
who's really, you know what I mean, qualified to be to respond there?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're so diverse as people. How much training can really equip you
yeah,
to be able to handle with the stresses of another person's
yeah,
life?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
like-
I'm in this.
I think I'd try it.
I'm like, yeah.
I don't mind trying it.
But I know that's the point. The point is that I feel like it is easy
That was
to.
the point.
What is Carlos saying, bro?
Would you do therapy?
Nah. I'm going back to the original question. How effective is whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm saying that it's easy to evaluate how effective whatever it is that you're doing now. How effective it is. Yeah. Because for me, I had days where it's like, man, today I didn't like. It's not. I did something, but I was like, it wasn't
You
productive.
feel
day.
like it was a
Yeah, for me, it was like it was a waste. I was like, but I feel like you only have those feelings
That's what I was
when
gonna
you
say.
have a clear goal.
what instills that sense in
That-
people?
that-
Because
that-
I was gonna say, how,
You need something
Yeah.
in order for you to feel a certain way. So, example, when you have such a productive day, you're like, you know what? I'm so happy today was such a productive day. Why do you say that? You say that because you've done so much work that contributes to your future.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that goes to any goal, right? So let's say if your goal is something good to do with gym or whatever, and you put in a solid work and you had a good meal after your workout and before workout, you're gonna say that was very productive. You're only saying that was very productive because it is contributing to your goal. If you take away the goal, are you gonna say that was productive?
Yeah. Productive towards
You're
what,
not.
really?
You're not gonna say that.
That's
You're
what I
gonna-
was wondering, like, because I was thinking, some people go through life with literally no check, like,
Yeah.
no sense of, like,
Something
what
you
am I
need to achieve.
aiming to? Yeah, like, it's crazy to think that, though. Like, literally, like, people go through life with no concept of that in them. It's like, is that Are they at a loss for that?
I mean, that like everybody's different.
Ignorance
Though.
is bliss.
At the same time, really,
Yeah.
honestly,
I think if
if you know
live-
no better,
yeah. I don't know.
I think at least having like something, even if it's general.
You have to
know?
desire something.
Yeah.
And-
you
and-
can't just be going
Nah,
what if
about
I,
it
what if I
with
want to desire
nothing.
to be alive? So all I do is work and make sure I have food in the house,
I mean that's
and if
you
I'm
though.
I
content with that.
guess. So.
I mean,
But then is that now ignorance? Like
I mean,
Like how?
I don't know. Like I remember having going off on someone in like year 11, 12, year 11, I think. And he was like saying, because I don't know why at the time I was like, I want to be a lawyer. I want to have so many investment properties that my kids are set up. All this kind of stuff. I'm so glad I did not go into law school. But
could talk.
I would have been trash. But he was like, I just want to work for the like, casual kind of like, I think, what was it? It's like some like tradie job, and then volunteer my time for the CFA, and then just like have a house with my wife and
Yeah,
maybe a kid or two.
maybe.
Yeah,
If
and
I feel like it.
like
yeah.
I was like, bro, like you're not ambitious. Like this is the type of stuff why like blah blah blah, and like what if your kids won't have stuff because of this reason and all this. And like now, like looking back, I'm like, bro, what the heck was I saying? Like people aren't wrong for
Yeah.
wanting to not,
Mm.
have all the money and all the houses and all the cars.
100%.
But some people are happy with just being content.
Yeah, like
Just-
that's
yeah.
actually a real
a real thing, you know.
outlook on life that some people have, where it's like, yo, a little is okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like a little is enough. Like enough is good.
Yeah,
enough
yeah,
is good.
Enough is, yeah.
you're saying little, but the definition of little is different for everybody too.
Yeah.
I
Enough.
think enough.
It's
yeah.
enough, yeah.
Enough to get by.
But I feel like even in situations like that, yeah, there are also aware of the opportunities available
That's what I'm
as well.
saying. Yeah, so they're
So it's
aware.
I still want
they know that I can be this. They know that I can do this. I can be a nurse, doctor. That I can start my own business. I can go do this. They are aware of that. It's not like I don't know what's there. I'm gonna do this because that's the only thing that I know. No, they know that it's out there. It's just like, you know what? They don't understand that enough to me in order
Yeah.
for me to put in that word. That's literally it. It's not that they're not ambitious or anything. It's just like I don't-
ambition's different.
yeah, it's like I don't see myself within that field. So why would I want to spend my hard work and this and that into something that I might not desire later on like that? I just want to be simple in that. And at the same time, your goal and where you want to be, right, is determined by what you've gone through
Mm.
to an extent.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So for me, where I want to end up just didn't come out of nowhere. It's what I went through. The change that I want to make didn't come out of nowhere. It's what I've seen. It's also what I've been through. Does that
Yeah.
make sense? So you gotta understand that it's like when people don't want to make a change, it's not they don't want to make a change for the sake of it.
Yeah.
It's like they're not hungry to make a change because they never went through it, they never seen it, they never experienced it. Does that make sense? So how can you have the desire to make a change when you've never gone through it? How does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So right now, your goal right now is because something hit you. You dig what I'm saying? Or if you wanted to make a change, you want to make that change because you would have experienced something, and then now you're hungry to make that change. So now that's what motivates you to get up to make that change. Does that make sense? So some like people don't experience these things. You do what I'm saying? So then now
Yeah.
it's like, who are we to say you're not ambitious enough?
True.
You dig what I'm saying? So then now it just comes down to you. And for me, if I did not go through what I went through, you might be sitting here saying, man, you're not ambitious enough.
Yeah.
You do what I mean?